everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to episode 13 of my Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair Let's Play. In the last episode, we started and finished our investigation, so now it is time to get into the best part of the game, which is the class trial. Find out who killed Ibuki and Hiyoko. So let's get into it. Alright, so before I do anything else, let's go ahead and see what skills I can purchase. Got quite a few hope fragments, and I don't have a lot of skills actually, so I mean, I've got the ones that I need for like the specific mini games that are giving me problems, so maybe just a good like overall. I do have a little bit of trouble with the panic talk action. I'm not gonna lie, so maybe getting one for that might be a good one. And there are quite a few to help me out with the panic talk action. Okay, so I'm going to go, so I think I'm going to get this one because this is just a good one for all of the mini games pretty much. So this might be a good one to have. So we'll go ahead and get that one. And I still have enough to get one for the panic talk action. So let's see. I'm gonna go with Melodious Voice because I think I got that one in the first Danganronpa and that one came in handy. So let's go ahead and get that one as well. So let's go ahead and just set those skills. Oh wow, I've got quite a few skill points I can apply, so that's good. I didn't even think to check that before I was buying all this. Cool, there we go. All right, so this is also the part where I have to kind of give my theories about who I think it might be with this one. I really am not too sure. Just with the way that Fuyuhiko was acting kind of suspiciously. Like I was saying throughout the investigation, I don't want to believe it's him, but I don't know where he was during the whole thing. Like all of that was happening. He claims he was in his cabin, but we don't really have any proof of that as far as I know. Another potential person it could be would be Kazuichi, because he would have a way to manipulate the times of when it appears that things were happening through the monitor and the fact the monitor was smashed. So he would be a suspect too, considering just like how he knows how to probably manipulate things like that. He knows stuff about those electronics, so he is, to me, a suspect. But with this one, I'm really not too sure. I'm gonna go with the same theory, considering that 2 girls were killed in this like whole situation. I'm assuming it's going to be a boy. And then there's the whole thing with Nekomaru. Nekomaru has like nowhere to be seen. Nobody has seen him in a while, and I don't want to rule him out as a suspect. Like that would just come out of left field if it turned out that Nekomaru did everything. I don't know how he would, but I'm just throwing that out there. So, but those are my theories. Not really confident in very many of them. Maybe Kazuichi. I think Kazuichi is probably the most likely suspect. So let's go into the class trial and see how right or wrong I am.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment.
There is a lot of crossed out faces.
The wrong person,
it's pretty sad. On either side of my character, they're both dead.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
He's just like, you guys know the drill, I know the drill, let's just get into it.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because a certain someone wouldn't tell me what happened. He was just being a little jerk.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Wow. I hope it's you just for that comment. We all know Akane's not the smartest. There's no need to keep hammering it in.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Okay, that's one way to look at it. Yeah.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
Alright, so now we're just going over the whole thing again.
The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
Fuyuhiko, please don't be the killer. I never thought I would say that. But please, you're just starting to redeem yourself, bud.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
So, oh man, I forgot to say it in the whole, like, my theory thing. So, there was well, I said it in the investigation part about how, because Ibuki was very, persuasive, or easily persuaded in her state, but maybe that was a red herring, that maybe that wasn't actually her, that was just someone pretending to be her, because, you know, my goodness, I can't believe I didn't think about that, because it was probably timed perfectly so that you see someone standing, who we think is Ibuki, standing on the stepladder about to hang herself, and then the candle went out, so we don't actually know that that was her. So it could have been somebody was doing it in the hospital in that room that Chiaki found. And then maybe they did have an accomplice, and then maybe someone had killed Ibuki somewhere else and actually hung her in the, at the Titty Typhoon. So that could be an option as well. So maybe there is someone who has an accomplice helping them out, because otherwise they would have to run around from place to place setting everything up, and I just don't think they would have the time.
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Yeah, so I'm gonna guess that that wasn't Ibuki there. That was that was at the hospital. Someone grabbed, and then there was the case of the missing. One of the gowns was missing because Akane said she wanted to try and find one, but she couldn't find any. So someone was in on this for sure.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue.
Yeah, because oh man, there's the whole timing thing, because they probably had that pre-filmed? I don't know.
But it was too late.
And then there was a whole thing with Hyoko, right?
The person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
So we gotta find out the times of
I
when
should
people
tell the
were
others
killed.
right away, so I headed to the motel.
So that person was definitely would have been in the venue to be able to have time to like tie up Hyoko before we got
Why
back.
the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue. And unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
It's because Chiaki's best girl always helped me out
But
when I need
remember
it.
feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our site.
I hope that's the case for you, Hiko.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital.
Wouldn't that be crazy if Mikan had something to do with it, considering she was... Because it would have had to be someone at the hospital? I'm guessing the person who, like, you know, set the whole thing up in that hospital conference room. Unless someone snuck into the hospital, but I don't
Coincidentally,
know.
I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Oh my god. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, knowing Mikan with her, you know, getting into some compromising situations. Oh, look at him blush.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so, we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily. Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who... Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Nagito, this is revenge for me not letting him help me out. Oh man, he's so petty. Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
Yeah. He says he's being impartial, but like I said, he's just butthurt that I wouldn't let him help out with the investigation.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body,
Although he's not wrong, that does sound very suspicious.
then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Now everyone's gonna be suspicious of me.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it.
Okay.
Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
It's just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make things worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Now what you should have done is just let the dog have his bone and let him tag along with you on the investigation. And then maybe he wouldn't be doing this.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie,
Oh yes, and then we've got that whole
then
thing
the fact
too.
that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
That's right. I didn't see the movie. So, my ticket thing that I got. I'm not the killer. There should be a contradiction somewhere. Need to find that in Breakthrough. Alright. I got it. This one's
Hajime's
easy.
testimony is
Okay, so
clearly
we want-
suspicious.
Hajime's testimony is
There we
a
go.
lie, and the fact that Ibuki...
That would also...
I don't think I can deny. After all,
Why would Hajime...
Well, obviously because he's...
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating...
There we
No,
go.
that's wrong!
Starting out
I'm not
easy.
the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
God damn it, Nagito.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
But did you see how quickly everyone else turned on me?
Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
He's doing just what we said he was gonna do, which is to confuse us.
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
Oh god, don't say warm up in that tone. It's creepy.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
We still have to find out, like I said, the times of when people actually died.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes?
Yeah.
There's no way that's possible.
Even the fact that, like, they taped her up in 10 minutes, even if she was already dead, seems implausible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta establish that whole thing, as they said that the killer was able to, like, blend in with the crowd when everyone came in, but I'm trying to think of who that could be.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two!
Oh.
Sonia and Kazuichi!
I don't want it to be Sonia. I don't.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
But I'm feeling now, because they're right away they're saying that Kazuichi could be the murderer, makes me think that it might not be.
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
He's making good points, but part of me, and I feel like I can't get rid of the suspicion of him, is like, I don't know how it could possibly be him, but the fact that he's like laying on this so hard, and like, I feel like he's trying to take attention away from himself, but I really don't want it to be him.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi.
Oh, yes.
Nekomaru.
What happened to him? I want to know where he is.
Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall! Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? Okay, so that might not be the case. Oh. Trying. Okay.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door?
What could it be?
That door should not have had a lock.
Oops.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
Oh yeah, there was this stuff
By
too.
doing
Hold
that-
on. Let me check out the. Okay, so there was this. I don't think that was the case, though. I'm pretty sure it was this stuff. A strange glob that was stuck to where both music venue doors touched each other. So it's just a matter of where did they get that glob stuff from? I've never
The
seen
killer
that
who
before.
was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So I'm guessing it's this thing. I just gotta pick the right
So they
place
look
to
like
apply
they
it.
just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Alright. That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove it with my evidence.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, They tried to keep us
Okay,
from getting in.
So they were talking about, so it was a
It
lie,
seems
so
they
it's
were trying to
obviously
How did they lock
not...
the door? That door should not have
So
had a
there was
lock.
the thing they
The
mentioned
lock
about
was
the
on the floor in
drumstick,
front of
right?
the-
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
So it wouldn't be that because then I would be agreeing with her.
You can use that as a bolt. By doing that, the killer who was hiding waited until we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
The only other one I can
I have
think
seen
of
this in serial crime dramas.
is the one where he says is that they did it from the inside. So I'm trying to think, they would have been able to use the globby stuff from the outside? I'll give it a
The
try and
killer
see if
was
that
still
works.
inside the music venue.
Okay.
By locking the door from the inside.
Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Shoot.
They tried to keep us from getting in.
Why didn't... Oh, dang, alright.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Maybe it's this one? I don't know.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken
Or
drumstick?
maybe it's a Kane's thing, I don't know.
You can
Oh,
use that
shoot.
as a bolt to lock the. By doing that, the waited till we get.
Alright,
and suddenly
let's
I
try.
have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I said I'm pretty sure it is the glob thing because it literally says it
the
was
killer
used
was
to.
still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from
Alright.
getting.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Okay, it wasn't that one. Wait. Oh shoot, the other one I think it just bounced off because of the because it didn't do this whole thing. Okay, so maybe I got that one right.
Damn it!
Okay. Alright.
The killer was still inside the. By locking the door, they tried to keep us
Oh
from
crap.
getting.
It
I
seems
just
they were
skipped it.
How did they lock
I'm
the door?
already-
That door should
it's-
not have.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken...
You
Dang
can
it,
use that
it's the
by doing that.
second
Waited
one,
until we get.
and I'm already
suddenly
having trouble with it.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Alright, I think I got it this time. I just have to make sure to remove the white noise. I think that was
The
what I
killer
did
was
wrong
still
there.
inside the music venue.
By locking the door from the inside.
There we
No,
go.
that's wrong.
Alright. Okay, so that rules out pretty much all of our alibis.
There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
And once again, the fact that Fuyuhiko was so adamant about, like, placing the blame on Sonya and Kazuichi, I'm just like, oh, maybe it is him.
From the outside. How?
Look at him, he looks very nervous right now.
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Dude, you were there when we found it, weren't you? You're acting all surprised that we found it. Was it glue?
I see.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too.
I actually wasn't sure, that was a guess.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness.
Oh, that's
And I
right.
could smell workshop chemicals the
I
moment
forgot
put it in
she
my
put it
mouth.
in her mouth.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And
All right.
thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck.
Okay,
Yep,
so
It
obviously
fits perfectly.
this was someone intentionally trying to give themselves an alibi, being like, well, also to make it harder for us to open the door to find it, that gives them more time to get away, but it also creates their alibi being like, well, it couldn't be me because I was outside the venue and I found it like this.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the
Oh,
board
that's
easily,
right, but then
you know?
there's the whole thing with drumstick too, so it could have been someone from the inside.
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
Oh, never mind.
What'd you say?
Oh, Fuyuhiko, why you look so you look so suspicious right now.
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious?
Oh.
Almost unnaturally
Oh,
so?
so they intentionally like broke it and put it on the ground in front of the door to make it think that we had busted through it?
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer
Ah,
placed it as a diversion.
Chiaki MVP
Are
again.
you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
I hope you just fell for it and that you didn't place it, buddy.
Apologize to Miss Sonia. And me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
I keep forgetting he did that. I'm like, he's recovered very well, all things considering. That just happened, what, like 2 days ago?
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
Mikon, are you just saying that to maybe Mikon did it?
They couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue. They must have done it earlier than that.
How? Earlier?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right? And when you went back with everyone else, Hyoko's body was there too, right?
I want to know how. That is my big thing, is how someone was able to get Hyoko's body up there so quickly.
But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hyoko was actually killed earlier.
Yeah, see, like, there's no doubt in my mind that Hyoko was killed beforehand and put somewhere, like, probably in the storage room. But even taping her up in 10 minutes seems very, that just doesn't seem possible.
Just revealed?
Oh, maybe. I
Of
don't
course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
That scrap was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now, I should be able to figure out what that is. What am I doing this time? Okay. Let's just give it a try. All right. Oh no, I accidentally destroyed it. Okay. Well, W's are coming up. All right, well, let's try E. Okay, so it's not that. All right. Oh, okay, so it was a W. Let's go with it. Oh! Alright. Got it. Oh, shit. Ah! Dang it. Wallpaper. Wallpaper, that's what it is. Okay, so I need another W. No. No, I need another L. What am I saying? Ah. Okay, now I need a P. Go, go, go. Come on, give me an A, give me an A. Oh no, I lost that one, okay. Okay, P, no. I really, I should have checked to see if there were anything for these ones, because this one gives me a real hard time, too. Oh, P. Dang it. Ah! Oh my god. I have to say, like, on... Oh wait, no, it's E I want, not A. There it is. What was I saying? So I want to get your guys' opinion of all of the mini games in this game. Which one is your least favorite? Because I definitely have to say, for me, it's this one. It's just too overwhelming, and I don't care for it. Oh my god, where's my A? Or R? No, I need an R. See, there's just so many letters floating around, and I keep getting... Oh, I just placed it the wrong spot. There we go. Whew.
I got it!
That scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
So someone tore down the wallpaper, so that must have come, like... I'm still trying to figure out, did they tear down that whole thing and then put Hyoko up afterwards, and then they accidentally left a scrap of it up at the top?
Right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
Oh, Nagito. He knows the answer. He's just playing coy.
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of the wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Oh my god, I'm doing another one? Okay. Oh, jeez, okay. Hold on. I've forgotten how to play this game. Alright, accelerate. Okay, it's not that hard. And jump. Okay. At least this time I'm gonna fly through it, because last time I just was so slow. Alright, come on, give me a question. Oh, whoops. Alright, give me a question here. Let's go. Why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear at the... like I was saying, I'm pretty sure it was hidden. Like, they put it in the storage room. Or maybe they used the... Did they use it maybe to wrap her body in? And I have no idea if I picked the right answers until, like, after it's all over. So I have to hope that was right. Because there's no way it would have been brought there. Someone would have seen. That would have been just way too... but... I was like, someone could have just wrapped her body in that wallpaper, but... I don't know. Question 2. What did the killer use to hide her body? Okay, well, obviously it's going to be the wallpaper, because we're talking about it. The whole thing is about this wallpaper. So they did. They wrapped her body in the wallpaper. Gotcha. Whoa, okay, this is... Woo! It's gotten a lot tougher from the last one. Last one was a piece of cake. Question 3. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They formed a wall... No, they covered the pillar. Alright, there we go. I'm curious, like...
It's all coming together!
Okay, so I did get it right. I'm like, if I do get a wrong answer, would they tell me right away and I would have to do it over, or I would just get heavily penalized? I'm not sure.
Got it! Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
Oh,
no,
okay.
The body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
Smart. Very smart.
So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
God damn. Did not think that was, didn't see that coming.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
That would take a lot of work, so someone obviously had a lot of time to be able to do that, because, like, wrapping that up would take a while.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
I gotta say, I get it that they're ultimates, but these teenagers are too good at murder.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
Didn't even think about that. That's so smart.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then
when was Hiyoko actually killed?
This is the million-dollar question here.
Good point. And on that note,
And that's what I want to find out.
it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Okay, can we get back to it again? Your little banter is cute, but
There are
let's...
so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
I thought we'd already established that this was the imitation murder.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
That's the whole reason why people suspected it was me, because they were going on about the imitation. Like, now we're just coming
Not
to
just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
I'm guessing was the mutilated Tin Man, is that Nekomaru?
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
They keep bringing up about the fact that the third murder didn't happen, so I have a feeling Nekomaru might be dead. I hope not.
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Or maybe Nekomaru is the killer and his execution will be replicating the Tin Man. I don't know. The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie, I should be able to explain that. Okay, to hide the weapon. Oh, to let their accomplice escape? I was thinking it might have been an accomplice. I'm gonna go with that. Hide the weapon. It's definitely one of these three. Okay. But then the whole thing we're talking about is the fact that we thought that Hiyoko was killed after Ibuki, so I think it's to mix up the killing order. It's gotta be one of the three, so...
I see!
Oh, okay.
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Okay, yeah, so Hiyoko was killed first, and then Ibuki was killed. I was really thinking it might have been an accomplice situation, or to hide the weapon.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, says you.
Oh, I see. You want me to explain
Aw.
it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying,
Oh
right?
man, Chiaki cutting right through the bullshit.
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed.
Wait, what?
That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed.
She had, that's right, because she had blood on the soles of her shoes, right?
How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
I love her little grumpy face.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Yeah, there it is. Blood on the soles, right? That's gotta be it. And it's
When
already
Hiyoko
selected for
died,
me.
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Okay, so that would be me arguing
I am
against
telling you
her.
to present your evidence.
So I'm guessing I'd have to agree with her
Did
then.
you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
There we go. That's it right there. But I want
Were
to.
there even any footprints at the crime
I want to let
scene?
them finish this off.
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like sitting or something. So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
Oh.
Weak, I say!
I just realized, and then there's the whole thing.
It doesn't
'cause-
even pierce my heart!
Oh my god, did Ibuki kill Hiyoko? Because, oh snap. Because there was the wiped off blood that was on the stage. So I'm wondering if, because the thing is, there were no footprints, right? Because they just said, like, were there any footprints? And so someone must have, either Ibuki or someone, it would have been someone else, I'm guessing, wiped off the footprints that Ibuki left because she stepped on the blood. Because she had the blood on the soles of her shoes, but then there were no bloody footprints, so someone obviously wiped those off. But then there was blood on the stepladder as well, so they didn't wipe off the stepladder. Okay, we got it. I got it. Okay.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on.
I am telling you to present your
All right,
evidence!
after the last one where I was having
Did
a
you
real
see
hard
her
time with
walking?
it, I
If
feel
her
better
feet
now.
were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
Yeah, Sonya, yeah. You did good, girl.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
So Ibuki was there at the scene of the crime, and then she died after, which gives into my hypothesis or my theory that someone persuaded her. No, I don't know if that is the case. I feel like that's a red herring where she killed herself because someone told her to. I don't think that's the case anymore.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
But she wouldn't hang herself on, like, she wouldn't do that on purpose.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood!
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded.
So Ibuki was basically, she was a witness to it, or she did it herself. I can't imagine Ibuki killing Hiyoko
Which
though.
means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
So whoever killed Hiyoko, if it wasn't Ibuki, must have also killed Ibuki and then set it up to make it seem like she'd hanged
Don't
herself.
underestimate
Oh,
the power
here we
of
go.
the evil eye!
Gundam, now I gotta do that whole thing.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
All right,
You're
let's
so
do this.
frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
You know what? I said that the other one was my least favorite. This one is probably gonna be my second least favorite. Oh my god. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ah, impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the... You can't step on blood that was never there.
Oh yeah, okay, that's the thing I was just talking about, the smudged. Okay. All right, I got it. So it is the smudge thing I
You're
was
saying the
just
blood
talking
on
about.
Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about... Did you see a nice nightmare?
Oh man, I've already forgotten how to do this, so I have to present my thing there, I guess? I thought I have to slice through his things before I get the chance to do a rebuttal, so maybe I just gotta be quicker.
You're saying the blood on
Okay,
Ibuki's
let's go,
feet.
let's go.
Impossible. Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about... Did you see a nice nightmare?
All right, I guess I do have to do the rebuttal on that because I just can't seem to slice through it in time.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
No, I missed it.
Can't step on blood that was never there. Just about what did you see, a nice nightmare?
You know what? I think, oh, there we go. Now
As long
I advance?
as Ibuki's body has no open wounds,
I wasn't even trying.
there's no doubt that that blood is Hyoko's.
Hyoko was taped to the pillar, yet it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your... It's been nearly 3 years
Come on,
since I've
come
had
on.
to use 60% of my power.
Oh, I hate this. This is my new least favorite. This is my least favorite of the game.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene.
I'm so sorry,
There was
guys.
no blood on the floor.
Oh
Allow
my...
me to cut through those
Oh
words.
my god, what? I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
That was embarrassing. I am so sorry, guys. I thought it was like the other games where I had to, like, first I had to get into the part where I could advance, and then I had to do the rebuttal. But it's like, no, I got to do the rebuttal right away, and I could have skipped all that crap.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes,
I almost
I
don't
do.
want to put that up on my channel because of how embarrassing that was.
If you look closer, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that
I have to
fact.
say, when
So the killer
Mikon,
probably did not know it either.
if Mikon actually does pull off a murder, we gotta be real careful because she knows so much about the body that she could probably make it really hard for us to find out who the killer is. So I'm hoping that Mikon also, because I like Mikon and I don't think she's capable of it, hopefully she doesn't become a murderer because I feel like that would be a very tough case.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue, so it would screw with
yes.
Mikon's autopsy?
I forgot about that.
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right?
Someone will object, I bet.
Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Okay, well, I'm glad we got that out of the way.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
I gotta tell you, Gundam, that really, like, you did give me a hard time, but that was just through my own stupidity rather than you being a worthy opponent.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
And then this is where the whole thing will come up that she didn't actually commit suicide and it was just a ruse. Suicide.
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
But, I mean, we have had a case in the first one where someone did commit suicide and we did still have to choose that person, so it's not out of the realm.
Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
We gotta clear up this whole disease thing with what Ibuki did and didn't do.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
That's right.
After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive.
Nagito once again, he's like, yeah, I knew that, but I was just testing you guys.
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
Okay.
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging.
Yeah, hanging is the worst possible way you could fake your death.
Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Alright, so here's the next thing we have to clear up, is when was this video shot, and who was in the video, because it was not Ibuki. I'm guessing, anyway, because there's no way they would have been able to fake that in the hospital and then take her body over to the music venue. Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right?
Another thing too, like, when you see Ibuki in the music venue, her body is, like, so high up in the air, but there it's not at all.
Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
That sounds like a good idea. This is another thing that...
An alibi.
Another thing I really want to clear up on this.
Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
No. That's the whole thing, is that's a distraction.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
No, okay.
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Well, that throws my theory out the window where it was recorded before.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
But I'm wondering, so they could have... Okay. Alright, let me think about this now. So if that was live, so maybe at that point, Ibuki was already hung up in the venue way before all this happened. And then someone recorded the video in the hospital conference room. Oh my god, but then the only other person that could be would be Mikon. Because I have to think of who was in the hospital at the time, and also who looks kind of like Ibuki, has the long hair. Oh my god. If it's Mikon, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to, like, say with my theory. Is if they would have had to been recording at the time that Hajime saw it, and then he had to run over to the music venue. So, yeah, Mikon would have been the only one at the hospital who could, like, said she went to go lie down. But she could have gone up to the conference room, shot that video, and then Hajime would have gone running to the music venue, and then she would have had the deniability, like, oh, well, I was in the hospital at the time, so...
What time did Hajime see
my
that
God.
video?
That would be crazy if that was the
I
case.
saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So that blows my whole theory out the window about it possibly being a guy, if that's the case. I still can't imagine Mikon killing
Ibuki
anyone.
hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement.
Or maybe Mikon was just like she was a, what's the word, an accomplice? So she was in the hospital doing that while someone else was at the music venue. I don't know why Mikon would agree to it. Mikon is a very agreeable person, but I don't think that she would agree to do something like that.
And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki...
Unless they had something on her, you know? They were threatening her.
That means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
So then we gotta figure out who was where.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
But then I'm also thinking too. Oh, I don't know.
Now
I don't
then,
know.
I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
All right. Oh no, we got Mikan and Fuyuhiko, the
We
two
can
people
exclude the
that I
sick
was
people
thinking
like
it could be.
Miyakane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Okay, that's that's not a very
Everyone at the motel was doing
it's not
that.
a very good alibi. None of
So
you guys have
everyone
good
who stayed at
alibis.
the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's
Okay.
not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Okay, let's go through the thing in that case. All right, so we've got Mikan's account. Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Oh, okay. Sorry, Mikan. I'm sorry to doubt you, girl. All that stuff I just said. Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. But then it says right up until the morning announcement. So maybe she would have had time to slip off and do that video, but I don't think so. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. Okay. So that could be a potential thing. And then there's his account. Oh, this is confusing. After Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. Apparently, Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short time. Dang it. Alright. I don't know. Okay, the murder supposedly happened before and during the morning announcement. The person who doesn't have an alibi for that time. Oh,
We
is
can
that
exclude
implying...
the sick people like Miyakane, right?
Okay, so we'll say
And
that
what
that's
about
true.
the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in...
Oh shoot, there was Sonya's account too. Sorry, I missed that. Let me just see if Sonya has something to say. Oh, that doesn't, okay, that doesn't really have anything to do with
My
that
motel room.
specific moment.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have... What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own
But then
cottage.
I would be agreeing
That's
with him,
not an alibi.
not like going
Aside from
against
those
it.
afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi.
Okay, let me check it again. I feel like it's either gotta be Fuyuhiko's or Mikan's. Oh, shoot. Okay, so when Sonya says that nobody has an alibi. Okay, so there we go. Mikan's account saying that right up until the announcement, Mikan was with Hajime. So her and I do have an alibi. Okay, so that's the thing I'm
Has
pretty sure I'm
failed.
gonna have to do. Once again, Mikan, I am so
We can
sorry
exclude
for
the sick
doubting you.
And what about the...
Right before the morning, I was totally sleeping in my motel.
I think everyone...
So everyone who stayed at the motel... What about you guys? I was where I was supposed...
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi.
No, that's wrong!
Yes, all right, there we go. So at least 2 people have an alibi,
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi.
but a
In
lot of you
fact,
are,
Mikan and I both have alibis.
unless you guys are working together.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
Yes, we were together.
We even woke up
Yeah,
together that
Fuyuhiko
night.
can attest to that.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
Aw, Chiaki, are you jealous?
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
Shoot. Okay, well, unfortunately, Fuyuhiko does not. I like how I'm not concerned about anyone else. I just want him to complete his redemption arc
It's
here.
better if we think about it like
And
that.
of course, Chiaki too. Chiaki, please no, and Sonya, please no. Everyone else, I'm just like, meh.
The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
She's like, oh dang, that didn't help me out.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
I am wondering about that, like why the killer would go to, like, what that had to do with anything.
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
That's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different reason? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? Okay, Nagito, please explain because I don't understand.
Hiya!
Why, hello there, Monami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time. What's that? Now then, Monami's appeal time starts now. Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. While you are whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Then... I'm Usami, magical miracle girl. Usami, I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Alright, let's see what Nagito is talking about when he's talking about some sort of, like,
Once again,
other
I've been put in
motive.
such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so...
Oh my god, shut up,
I wish I
Nagito.
could die from self-loathing.
You love this.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Oh my god. Cry more.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie.
Okay.
About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Yeah, but, I mean, well, I guess maybe they could have arrows at the supermarket, so, I mean, they could have done it exactly like the thing, but I don't know, I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe they just used a common substitute. because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Yes, like that's a perfectly reasonable thing to assume, right?
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
Oh, so this just happened to be coincidence? And then my alibi goes out the window then.
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
Oh, so Hyoko must have... So she wasn't meant to be killed.
What?
Hyoko's murder wasn't planned? So I guess they were setting the whole thing up with Ibuki and then maybe Hyoko walked... Oh, that's right! That's right! Oh, okay. I bet you they were setting up Ibuki's... Like, whoever did that was setting up Ibuki's thing in the music venue, and then Hyoko walked in because she wanted to go try on her kimono in the mirror in the storage room, so she walked in on that happening. So the killer had to take care of Hyoko because no witnesses. Okay.
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
I am so with Mikon on this, though.
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
But I'm waiting for Chiaki to bring me over to her side.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music
Okay, we
venue?
got this. I know exactly why. Why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Why Hyoko went to the music venue, if that's the key to all this. I need to find that out no matter the cost. I know what it is, I just have to... I got it. This one I've got. It feels good when I know what the answer is. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh, but none of them are what I was thinking it would be. Hold
Why
on.
did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
Oh no, wait. I was hoping there would be Sonya's account on here, but it isn't.
Maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Okay, we got this. So she brought her key with her, right?
She was guided by the will of causality.
Okay, let's go with the she went of her own free will. That's so weird though, with all of this, like, Sonya's account wasn't one of the options, because she literally says why Hyoko might have gone to the music venue. I'm assuming that'll be brought up later, though.
Go to the music? There's no way we'd know.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by...
No, she went of her own free will.
I agree with that.
Agreeing with Sonya again, yeah. Good job, Sonya.
It's just as Sonya said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
There we go, so now we're gonna bring it up.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
And it also is Hyoko, and unless it's Mahiru that's calling for her, she would not listen to them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hyoko got abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that...
I won't lose!
Oh, here we go. Yay, doing my favorite minigame again.
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
Let's hope I do better this time.
This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No! That's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Alright, let's do this and let's hope it goes better. Okay. Yes, there it is. Okay, Sonya's account. That's gotta come in at this point, right?
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something.
The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and
Forcibly abducted her!
No, where's Sonya's
The
thing?
girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
There we go. Okay, so I've got Sonya's account
I
selected.
can't back down!
There we go. We got it. Cross. Go. Ah, failed. Okay.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right?
So I'm gonna have
she
to-
definitely got abducted or something.
Alright, so
Killer
unlike
forced
the
their
one
way
with
into Hiyoko's
Gundam,
room.
I've got to do this one.
Forcibly abducted her.
And then
Girl
I'll
is so small and
and then I'm
weak-looking.
gonna get my
And
re-
that's why the killer targeted
get my
her.
rebuttal. Yes. All right. There we go. We got
Hiyoko's
this.
room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There we go.
There's no reason for the
All
killer
right,
to put the
all
key in
right.
Hiyoko's kimono.
Oh wait.
The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on.
Okay, there
Try
we go.
remembering
I
Hiyoko's
thought I
spot. Her
was repeating
kimono
it.
was all There's only one reason her kimono
Oh,
would be
shoot.
that messed up. She fought the killer. That's the proof
Oh, no.
she was abducted, right?
Oh no. What did
My
I do?
gut is totally right after all.
Shit. No. All that effort. And I'm right back to the start again. All right.
Hold on.
Okay.
Try remembering Hiyoko's spot. Her kimono. There's only one reason her
All right, so
kimono
it's
would
not
be that
that
messed
one.
up. She fought the killer.
There we go. Go.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Woo! All right. There we go. Did better that time. I'm glad it didn't make me have to start all the way at the beginning again.
The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Kyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed
Aw.
her.
I don't like Hiyoko, but that picture of her is so sad. She just looks so
I
pathetic.
told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes.
Okay.
Do whatever you want to me.
Okay.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something.
Put that tongue back in your mouth, sir. I hope you are the killer. Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko
Oh, no.
with that information.
Sonia, you might have just made yourself the target
Though
here.
I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
Basically being like, he doesn't stand a chance. He's a weak boy.
What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
Okay, so yeah, so Ibuki was killed first, and then Hiyoko was killed, and then rolled up in the wallpaper.
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so Ibuki wasn't dead at that point because she had the she still had the blood on her feet. So she walked in just as it was about
The
to
killer
happen.
most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head. And without hesitation,
Wow.
Killed Hiyoko.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel
Okay.
didn't plan on committing imitation
Wow.
murders at first.
So they weren't planning on having Ibuki hang herself. That just happened coincidentally.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do?
So maybe they were just planning on suffocating Ibuki with the bag.
They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any ideas?
But man, that killer was able to think on their feet really quickly.
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Of course we don't. The killer's plan from the beginning, I'm pretty sure we're very, very close.
Hey, Nagito, any ideas?
Nagito's like,
Hey,
I'm not
how long are you gonna stay
saying.
quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Yeah, I thought that at first, but as the more that we started talking about this, I'm like, no, I don't think so.
What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember, there was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Ah, damn it. He's doing this on purpose.
Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
That's strange. That's very strange.
Okay, so Hajime has come up with something, but I'm not sure what it is.
Strange? What's strange?
I see. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints, there's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Oh no, what is it? Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why weren't there any footprints on the... Oh. Oh, the stepladder. Right, there was blood on the stepladder, but there wasn't any footprints on there. Okay. Let's just double check the details on this. So there's only a slight blood stain. All right, that's got to be it.
I can prove it with this. If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
You noticed such a small detail! How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
See, I'm feeling at this point he's being... he's being sarcastic with me. What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Kome... Oh my god, sorry. You're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder?
Now we're gonna get into the whole thing about, like, the fake video. If that is a thing, but I'm pretty sure it is.
I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
Chiaki, you went into that conference room specifically because you were suspicious of it.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So, just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. And whether or not we can reach that hidden truth is all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
Oh, that's not good, guys. You're leaving it in the wrong person's hands.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well.
Oh, no.
You should get started already.
No.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
What do I have to do? If there was some hidden clue in that video, I should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw that video. So I'm the only one who can do it. Oh. Okay, so do I have to go and watch the video again? That hanging video that I saw, based on everything we know from the debates thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's this here, right? Like the bloody footprints. No, no, no. No, I was trying to pick her shoes. No, I want to pick. Okay, maybe here. No, not the black. Oh my god.
Here!
Oh, okay. What? Okay.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
I don't know. I just clicked on something. I was trying to pick her feet, and then I went over a little bit, and then I picked the stepladder.
Can you explain it to us?
Yes, please, because I don't actually know what I just did.
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty.
Oh, geez, the
on
blood.
one side,
Right.
there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder.
That was a totally accidental thing. Go me.
However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Okay.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
Okay.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Okay.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
Fuyuhiko, once again, why do you look so scared?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue.
Is this where we're gonna bring up the room in the hospital? Because I'm pretty sure there was one there, right?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki! All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
The stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing the place where the killer did something? Okay, another one. Oh my god, this one is really long. Okay, so F. I'm just gonna go ahead and see if that works. Okay, so, oh my god. Nope, alright. This one I'm not really sure, so I'm just putting, okay, so I. Let's try N. Nope, alright. Nope. Okay, so F-I-L. Oh my god, I don't actually know what this is. Okay. Nope. Fill. I usually know what they are, but this one I actually don't know. Nope, nope, okay. I'm not doing too well with this one. Oh, filming. Oh no, I accidentally, filming location maybe? Okay, there we go. All right, I got it now. Got it. Okay, there we go. There's my eye. Okay, I need a G. Oh my god, it's just going crazy now. No! Give me a G. There's G. Ah. Oh no, I just lost my G. All right. No. Okay, O. Okay, I need a C. Give me a C. That's a G, not a C. Have I even seen a C here? Oh shoot! This is not going well. Okay, there we go. Come on. Where is the I? There it is. Okay. Whew. Okay.
I got it!
Wow. That one was a little harder.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Yeah, we still have to figure out how that was possible.
Then there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance
Which makes me
camera
wonder
unit.
if it's Kazuichi, because he would know how to do stuff like that. In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else. What did the killer do to that surveillance camera unit? Oh, okay, another one of these. Alrighty. Oh, whoops. Oh, jeez. Oh my god, wow. Wow. Not doing too well on this one. I still have to say I probably enjoy this mini game the most. Okay, question 1. What part of the surveillance camera did they tamper with? Oh god, there's 3 of them? Oh god. Oh, it could be both. I'm gonna just say the camera, maybe? Oh man, they are throwing 3 at me here. It's getting a lot more difficult. Oh, shh. I hope that was right, because they could have done both. But, I don't know. I'm trying to remember how the surveillance thing works. Oh my god, okay, maybe I should actually slow down on this one. Okay, come on, give me the next question here. There we go. Did the killer tamper with the camera? Okay, so it would have been at the music venue because... Yeah, because if it was at the hospital, I would have seen that, right? Okay, come on. Oh, jeez. Yeah, these ones are definitely getting tricky now. What did the killer do with the camera from the music venue surveillance camera? No, they took it with them because Kazuichi said that he already extended the signal as much as possible. But then again, he could be lying, but okay, that makes sense. So then... Alright, wow. They took it with them. Okay, I'm glad I got the camera one right, because that was the one where I was like, oh man, I really wasn't sure. So...
It's all coming together!
Ooh, okay. Alright, so then they filmed at the hospital.
That's
Took
it.
the camera with them to the
killer just brought
music
the camera
venue.
from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Okay.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
Okay.
That means you should have realized that from
Wow,
the start
Akane.
and made this easier on all of us.
Easy for you to say.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but... In order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
The thing the killer did to the remaining oh, that's right. He destroyed it.
I see!
I gotta get some... Yeah, I'm not doing too
Killer
well
smashed
with
the monitor
my,
to
with my
pieces, destroying
life
it.
bar there.
As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
Okay.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Okay. Which means even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. If that's the case, where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed? Okay, this I already know. This was like the one thing I know already. The only possibility is that place inside that building. Oh my god, oh my god, I gotta do another one. Okay, at least I know what it is. It's, conference room, right? They are really, laying on these, hangman's gambits, and I do not appreciate it. And really long ones, too. And I already have so little health life, I'm actually very concerned. Oh, as I say that, I just ruined it. Ah, dang it. Oh, why does it have to be such a long word? It sucks that I don't get my life back for each right answer. I am doing so bad for that right now. I just gotta be really careful with this one. Where's the end? It's like I've momentarily forgotten how to spell. I actually had to like spell it out. Oh my god, they're coming. Oh my god. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my god, they were... I just have a couple more to go. Okay. Oh, no! No, I didn't get to it in time. Okay. I just need an M. Please, God, give me an M. There we go. Oh my god. I got it!
It's possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? A conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
To make the conference room look like the music venue, the killer went ahead and did some work. I've got to make clear what that work was. Wow, they are just like one thing after the other on this. Don't even get a chance to take a break. Okay, so we want the music venue curtain, I'm pretty sure. Man, someone was doing a lot of work.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Oh no, I gotta do this
Or
now.
did the music venue look like the conference room?
Oh god.
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Wow, wow. You're a jerk, Akane. In order to make the hospital conference room resemble the music venue, what did the killer do? I should figure that out first. So I'm guessing it's either one of the two where make it look
There's no way the
like...
conference room
Oh, okay.
and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other?
Okay, this is the tricky part.
Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Let's go with this one. What? Okay, so it's not that one, so it's the other one then.
Damn it!
Oh, I do not have a lot of life to be able to lose, so
No
I've
way
got to
the
be more careful.
The music venue look
Which place resembled the... Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Okay.
That must be it.
All right. That one was tricky.
What the killer did was, make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room.
Oh.
They did that by using the black curtain
Okay.
hanging at the back
That's
of the
right.
stage.
Okay. I was a little thrown off by that.
From what I
That's
remember,
right.
there used to be a really flashy curtain.
That's right.
But
Oh my
after
god,
the
I didn't even
incident,
make that connection. Silly, silly
somehow
me.
became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right
That's
size.
right, because yeah, okay. Alright, got
That's
it.
right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor match.
Man, this killer, like, I say this about every single one of these, but they really, like, they're so smart.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence.
Probably. Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room. It's gotta be that. Okay, I'm like so nervous because everything now I do is just like, is it the stepladder maybe? Okay, well, there was the rope. Just trying to think of all the things that were the same. There was the stepladder. Oh, the candles. Yes, we haven't mentioned that yet. Okay, so it's either... trying to think if there's anything else here. Okay, so it's either going to be the stepladder, it's going to be the rope, or it's going to be the candle. But I don't think it's a stepladder because we already mentioned that. And it's not going to be the curtain, obviously. I think it might be the candle, just the fact that they say it looks like the dim light seen in the surveillance cameras from they found in front of the music venue stage. Oh, God. Okay, we're going to go with the candle. If it's not the candle, I'm going to try the rope.
I can prove it with this.
Oh my god, thank you, thank you. It gives me so little back now.
Venue, right?
I feel like I used to get so much more, like, health bar back after I made a right choice, and now I get so little.
In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, that's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
I'm just like, when did the killer have all the time to do this? I'm really excited to find out, like, the timeline
With
of everything.
candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
And then there's a whole thing about this not actually being a Buki, so they wanted that. They wanted as little detail as possible, so that we couldn't quite tell who it was. Although they did have
As
the
long
bag
as
on
this
their
all
head.
matches up,
So.
it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
Man, I've been playing for a while, and I feel like there's still so much I don't know. It's like, man, how long is this trial gonna go on for?
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner.
That's right, but then Monokuma, like, as soon as we got to the conference call, he basically was like, all right, you guys are done, class trial time.
But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
So it would have had to have been someone who was at the hospital then.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far. and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
So either it's someone who was at the hotel, or not the hotel, sorry. So it was someone that was at the hospital, or someone from the motel snuck into the hospital. But I'm thinking it's more likely that it was someone who was at the hospital that did all this. So that really narrows down the options.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
Well, actually, I had a feeling for a while, but I guess Hajime did.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard Bayside Cops say that before, but isn't it the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
The video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue, which means there was a fake somewhere. That fake, oh my god. Oh god, so yeah, it would be the one in the conference room.
I see!
I was overthinking that, obviously, it's that one.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki.
So I'm thinking the only person I can think of then would be Mikon. She's the only person I can think of who was at the hospital who also matches like Ibuki's kind of her body type.
The killer put on a hospital gown.
Oh my
wore a
god.
hint bag on their
Please
head,
don't let
and was
that be
only
the case.
pretending
I am
be the
going to
victim.
lose my mind.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
Alright. So, okay.
If
so...
they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened. Then no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set the trap for me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
I still feel like I'm not really much closer. Like, I'm thinking... But then the whole thing about, like, they killed the person, like, at midnight or dawn? Does that... Oh, I feel like now it could be anybody.
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You feed! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
I don't, though. Usually at this point, I already have an idea of who it could be, but I kind of don't. That's right. I should already know. I should, but I don't. I should have already known who the killer is. Oh my god, I do have to pick. I don't, but I'm just gonna go with Mikon. Oh my god, I feel so horrible if this isn't right.
You're the only one!
No.
You're the killer, aren't you?
No way. No way! No. Oh my god.